Hello. Today be talking about the early Irish law of slavery. In early Irish law, slaves had the same restrictions as an incompetent person, but had none of their rights. The slaves can't act as a witness, make any kind of contract except by their master's orders. Slaves had no legal protection towards ill treatment or death by the hands of their master. The slave master has to pay for any crime the slave commits, and the master is entitled to compensation for offenses towards him by their slave. If a slave runs away, then the slave can be given any sort of protection. If a man impregnates a slave woman owned by somebody else, he must rear the child. If a free woman has herself become pregnant by a slave, she is responsible to rear the child. If a son is conceived by a slave woman with a father of high rank like a lord, the son can't become one, because his vices are like his mother's. Christianity did try to ease the burden for slaves. In the 6th century, attempts were made to try to stop men from using slave women for sex. If a man had intercourse with his slave woman, he is to sell her and do a year's of penance. If he has a child with his slave woman, he must free her. But just like any time period, slaves had important economic value. Women slaves, to be exact. Men slaves seem to have no currency or unit value at all. The unit value of a woman slave is 3. But slaves were of use. Women slaves and men slaves weren't just sexual pleasures, but had labor work. Like for the men slaves, did the menial work on the farm like herding livestock and chopping wood. The women slaves worked at the quern and other domestic tasks. So that is the video about Irish law on slavery. Now, see ya in the next one, which will be about cows and why they are very important.